For the past 30 years, technologists have spent an immense amount of time and effort getting better at making software. We have refined how we deliver it, how we support it, how we build it, how we store it, how we run it, and even how we talk about it. The cloud is our environment, and the network is our foundational metaphor. Technologists can create miracles and wonders with software, but without a user, none of that matters. Without users, we can't make money, change the world, or provide anyone with any value. Users are the other side of the software delivery equation, and they often get overlooked or undervalued in the process. All of the work we've done to improve the software creation and deployment process in the last 30 years is effectively invisible to the user. On one hand, this is good. We don't want to share our struggles with our customers. But what does this evolution in the software development life cycle look like from the user's perspective? Let's flip the mirror. What looks like deployment from our side looks like a release from the user side. This release is essentially a demand, a push from us to them that requires a change in their behavior. We may ask them to update, or we may thrust updates upon them. But unlike greatness, update notifications are very persistent. The more often we want users to accept our changes, the more change we ask them to adapt to, even if it's very tiny. Progressive delivery takes the DevOps idea of breaking the wall between silos to its logical conclusion. We need to knock down the wall between software users and software makers. We already have the tools we need for this demolition. Automation across all layers of the stack, configuration as code, monitoring, observability, telemetry, feature flags, security built into the software development lifecycle, SDLC, and, yes, data collection. We can see how people use our software, or don't, if we only care to look. Once we understand how users truly engage with our software, we can package and parse that knowledge and use it to create software that better fits the user's needs and desires. In other words, we can understand software in the context of it actually being used, not just designed. In our 30 years of improving software delivery, the part we've been missing is how our software affects the people who use it. Figure 0.1 condenses all the very real and important technical advances of coding, testing, and shipping as making software on the left, and expands out all the ways our users can interact with what we've made on the right. On top are user behaviors, and on the bottom are the tools we share with users to make those behaviors possible. We, as software developers, are at the core pushing or offering deployments and our users accepting them. Feature flags can customize the behavior of forcing or accepting changes. Settings can modify the software's environment. APIs can extend the program's data and behavior to a different format. Integration occurs when the user elects to use other software to interact with our software to meet their needs. This progression reflects how the control point of software behavior shifts further away from the software creator, developer, and more toward the software consumer, user. It may seem counterintuitive that the integrate/change process is on the outer loop, since this seems pretty technical. But that's actually the point where our software interacts with the user's software. After all, our software is not the only tool our users are using to get their work done. So this ripple intersects with the ripples of dozens of other software products in the user's unique ecosystem. See Figure 0.2. Why we wrote this. Any new way of describing the world requires context. It requires a community. It is a set of ideas and practices that are packaged up, and it often has a moment that helps to crystallize things. The software industry has spent the last 30 years trying to get better at writing software. We, the developer community, have talked about continuous delivery and agile. We have gotten much better at testing and shifted testing left. We have done many things, but we have never managed to do them for everybody. We're always promising a bright future, if only. The community working on user centricity in the future already needs to make it a mainstream phenomenon. To make this new model accessible, we must name it and talk about it.